The New York Department of Motor Vehicles is responsible for issuing licenses to people who want to get into the vehicle dealership business. And one of those requirements is purchasing a surety bond. And if this is your first time getting licensed, you may have never heard of a surety bond before, but that's why in this short video, I'm going to make sure you understand what a surety bond is, why you're required to purchase this bond, how to purchase your bond and not overpay, plus helpful resources to make getting your application submitted easier. Before we get started, I just want to know, if I help explain this to you and make the application process that much easier, hit the like button for me. Let me know that I'm doing a good job. I would appreciate it. Let's get started with taking a quick overview of the different classifications in New York. The New York Vehicle Dealer License Classifications. Here is a list of the dealer classifications requiring a surety bond in New York. New vehicle dealers, used vehicle dealers, and automobile brokers. The bonding requirements are going to be a little bit different for each one, but let's start by answering what is an auto dealer surety bond. An auto dealer surety bond is a legal contract that acts as a guarantee that you are, as a dealership, going to follow New York's vehicle dealer industry laws, rules, and regulations, conduct business with your customers using fair and ethical business practices, and pay sales tax on all vehicles sold. Why exactly are you being required to purchase this surety bond? The DMV has the licensing process to find the businesses that are most capable of operating a successful dealership and serving the public. And yet, despite all of these licensing requirements, from paying fees and doing education and criminal background checks, every single year there's going to be a small handful of dealerships that will purposefully and financially harm their customers just so they can make more money. Examples of these types of fraud include things like failing to transfer a title, selling vehicles with no title, misrepresenting vehicle information like mileage, manufacturer year, or accident history, stealing from customer deposits, not paying sales tax on all vehicles sold. So if a customer is harmed by these actions or similar actions, or even if the Department of Tax or whoever, the Department of Revenue, does not get their sales tax for sold vehicles, the customer or the state can make a claim against the surety bond for financial compensation. The amount of any one claim, or if there's multiple claims, the total of all those claims can only be the maximum of the bond amount. So the bond amount's important. And that's why we're going to cover what is the bond amount. Just to be clear, it's the New York DMV that sets these bond amounts. We don't set them, but we are going to help you purchase your bond for as little as possible. So if you're a new vehicle dealer, your bond amount is $50,000. If you're a used vehicle dealer and you sell less than 50 vehicles per year, your bond amount is $20,000. If you sell over 50 vehicles per year, your bond amount is $100,000. And if you're a broker, your bond amount is also $100,000. And remember, these bond amounts, this is the maximum amount of financial compensation afforded to a customer or the state in the case of failed sales tax that they can make a claim against to get financial compensation. So this is why the bond amount is so important. How much does it cost to purchase your auto dealer bond? So auto dealers are priced by a surety, and a surety is just a special insurance company that underwrites auto dealer bonds. Every surety is a little bit different, which we'll get to in a minute, but they're going to look primarily at three factors when determining a rate that will determine your price. These factors are the personal credit of the owner or owners, vehicle industry experience and business history, the bond history if an owner has been licensed in the past. From these factors, they'll quote a rate, like I said, and that rate multiplied by your bond amount is going to be the price that you pay. The payment is one payment for 12 months, and we're going to come back to that in a minute. But one thing that doesn't make sense to even us is how sureties come back with vastly different rates, 1 to 2 to 3 percentage point difference. And this means that you can save hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars depending on your bond amount. Here's how the process works. We are Surety Bonds Direct. We're a specialized surety agency, and we work with the highest A-rated sureties to find you the lowest possible price. First, step one is going to be, which license do you need? And I only ask that because if you're a used dealer selling less than 50 vehicles per year, we can get you your auto dealer bond, which is $20,000 for one low price of $160 with no credit check. That's less than 1%. Remember, it's good for 12 months, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but you're not going to find a lower price anywhere else. The remaining classifications or bond amounts require a credit check from the owners. This is why your first step is to click on the link in the description and go request your price quote. Once we get your price quote, you're going to get assigned a bond specialist. They're going to go out there and look at all the different sureties and collect all the different rates to find the lowest possible price. Once you do have the lowest possible price, they can then purchase your bond and have it issued. More on that in a second. First, I want to look at some example pricing so that you can see just how big of a difference the price changes based on these different rates and why getting the lowest one can save you a lot of money. Let's look at the $100,000 used auto dealer bond if you're selling more than 50 vehicles as an example. Just pay attention to those rates again. They are going to range from really excellent, so if you have excellent credit, to about average. A 0.5% rate has a price of $500. A 1% rate has a price of $1,000. A 2% rate has a price of $2,000. And a 3% rate has a price of $3,000. So as you can see, you can save a lot of money by getting a lower rate. Just imagine a 2% lower rate saves you thousands of dollars. So go start by clicking the link in the description and go get your price quote. Remember, there's no obligation to purchase. This is information that's going to help you get through the licensing process faster. What happens after you purchase your bond? If you're a used vehicle dealer selling less than 50 vehicles per year, you're kind of lucky. You get to instantly download your bond and you can submit that, you can print it off and submit that copy with your application packet. If you're a new vehicle dealer or you're selling more than 50 vehicles or you're a broker, you're going to have to, we're going to have to issue your bond. And that process takes about a day. Here's how it works. We'll prepare your bond with the correct bond form, the required signatures and seals, and the power of attorney. So that process, again, takes about a business day, usually a lot less. The good news is the New York DMV accepts a copy of the bond. This means that when we're done having it issued on the correct form, we can email it to you, so it gets to you a lot faster. You can print it off, sign it, and submit it with your application packet. What happens after 12 months? So just to cover again, remember, it's one payment for 12 months, and you must have an active surety bond on file at all times as long as your dealership is open. So when the 12 months rolls around, you're going to have to renew it. But this is another great reason to work with a specialized surety agency like Surety Bonds Direct, because we manage the bond for you. You can purchase your bond and almost just forget about it, because when 12 months comes around, you're going to get an email, you're going to get a call from your bond specialist, and they're going to tell you, hey, your bond's expiring, let's get this thing renewed. They're going to have pricing ready to go. And all you have to do is just pay the renewal premium, and the active bond that you already have on file will just remain active. And it's a really simple process. Let's quickly recap. Auto dealer surety bond, it's very simple. It's just a legal contract that acts as a guarantee that you're going to do what you say you're going to do as a dealership and make sure you pay sales taxes. When you're ready to purchase your bond, purchase it. The link's in the description. You can also get your price quote there too. Once you do purchase, we'll issue your bond to you and have it in your hands so that you can submit it with your application packet. The whole process only takes about 1 to 2 business days. It's very fast. And like I said, go click on the link in the description to get started. If you have any questions about this, if I wasn't clear about something, ask in the comments. I'll make sure that I get back to you. I also have a couple other links in the description for articles that might kind of explain the licensing process for you and, again, reiterate all this information. I want to know, did I make the application process a little bit easier for you by explaining this bond? If I did, hit that like button for me. Let me know that I'm doing something valuable. Good luck with your business and your dealership, and thank you for watching.